It was a winter unlike most seen in recent memory, when an intense cold snap and persistent snowfall gripped Paris and the Île-de-France region, creating one of the most disruptive nature disaster episodes of the season. Blanketing streets and halting travel in the heart of France's capital city. This was extreme weather. Heavy snow and black ice that brought transport to a standstill and thrust the region into storm-driven chaos. Paris snowfall, weather news. The snow began late in the afternoon of Monday, January 5th, 2026, and continued into Tuesday and Wednesday, as Météo France placed Paris and much of the surrounding region under an orange alert for snow and ice, the second highest level of warning for winter weather in France. Authorities cautioned residents about slippery roads, sub-zero temperatures, and further accumulations. Arctic air-driven winter storm, identified in European meteorological reports as Storm Goretti, pushed heavy snowfall, icy winds, and freezing temperatures across Paris between January 5th and January 7th. Iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the River Seine embankments, and major avenues were coated in white, making travel hazardous and daily life difficult. Snow depths varied across the capital, with several centimeters recorded by midweek, though conditions were complicated by black ice forming on road surfaces. Officials reported temperatures plunging near or below -4 degrees Celsius in parts of the city, intensifying the risk of slips, falls, and vehicle skids. Disruption was widespread. Public bus services in Paris and the wider Île-de-France region were suspended entirely due to icy streets, while road speed limits were reduced to 70 kilometers per hour on major arteries to reduce accidents. Light rail and metro services continued to operate, but faced delays as crews worked to keep routes safe. In the Paris region alone, traffic congestion reached extraordinary levels, with authorities reporting over 900 kilometers of traffic jams on Monday evening, as vehicles crept along packed roads, struggling through the snow-covered capital. Some estimates suggested nationwide traffic backups exceeding 1,600 kilometers. Air travel was hit hard. Paris's main international airports, Charles de Gaulle and Orly, saw about 140 flight cancellations on January 7th, as aircraft de-icing and runway clearing struggled to keep pace with the snowfall. France's transport minister publicly acknowledged the disruption and urged passengers to check flight statuses before traveling. Local responders deployed snowplows, applied grit and salt to major streets, and opened temporary warming centers for vulnerable populations. City service crews worked through night and day to keep critical roads clear and support those stranded by the winter storm. Public shelters and crisis units were activated in key parts of the city to aid those unable to return home due to weather delays. Vulnerable groups, including the elderly and unhoused, were brought into temporary accommodations with support from local charities and municipal agencies. Community volunteers also mobilized, helping clear pathways for residents near hospitals and sharing hot meals with emergency staff and motorists stranded by icy highways. These efforts underscored both the severity of the situation and the coordinated human response it triggered. As of the latest weather reports, snow continued into early Thursday, with forecasts suggesting the storm system may gradually weaken as milder air moves into northern France. Cleanup operations were in progress across Paris, with municipal crews prioritizing major thoroughfares and critical infrastructure routes. Efforts to restore full transport services, including bus operations and flight schedules, were underway, though officials cautioned it may take several days for systems to fully normalize.